As the new year begins, I'm starting to read the Bible through again. I love the book of Genesis with the story of Joseph. And there's a verse in here during the life of Joseph that I want to share with you this morning in your morning cup of inspiration. Many of you know the story of the injustices that took place in Joseph's life, how he was in prison for so many years that was really not his fault. And you go, God, why would you allow that to happen? It would have been real easy for Joseph to have turned from God, but he didn't. He took the time when he was in prison to continue to serve God, to love God, and to allow God to use his life. So what happens? The day comes when Joseph is called by Pharaoh to come before him because he heard that Joseph could interpret dreams. So sure enough, God gives Joseph the words to share, and he's able to interpret the dream for Joseph. Now, here's the neat thing. The verse that just kind of jumped out at me was in Genesis 41, and it was the 38th verse. And after Joseph told Pharaoh what was going to happen with the drought, here's what Pharaoh needed to do. He needed to find somebody that could run the program and take care of how this was going to play out. And so Pharaoh says, "Can we find anyone like this man? One in whom is the Spirit of God." How would you like that to be said of you? There is no one like this man, one in whom is the Spirit of God. Joseph just came out of a number of years in prison, but he still maintained that spirit. He still maintained that relationship. And Pharaoh saw that. He saw the Spirit of God on his life. May that be said of us. May we have the discernment and the wisdom that we need to be said we have the Spirit of God within us. And of course, Pharaoh let Joseph run the entire country because of his commitment to God and because of his Spirit within him. I pray that's you today. I pray you will become a man or woman of the Spirit of God. Thanks for joining me for that morning cup of inspiration, and we'll see you next time.